Okay. Hi guys, this is David from DaveKim254 Studios. Today I got two amazing drones, the DJI Mini 4 and the DJI Mini 2. Now I've had this little baby for a while, a few years now, and it still does good work. Now I borrowed this from a friend just to compare the quality and the performance of both. Now I need to upgrade to something else from the Mini 2. Now, I don't know whether to go for the Mini 3 or Mini 4 or wait for the Mini 5 that's being released, I think sometime this year, 2025. Now, I'll just give you an in-depth review, in my opinion. I'm not gonna give you no jargons, I'm just gonna tell you what I know, okay? I did a test and I wanted to see whether I'm gonna wait for the 5 or just stick to the 2 because it still gives you good quality picture for what I use it for. Now I was shocked at the end, and this is what I found. Let's start from the casing. Sort of the same, but I'm not going to fuss about too much about the casing. It still does what it does. It keeps things intact and safe. However, the 4 does seem a little bit more premium than the 2, but I wouldn't dwell on it. It's still a good case. It's small. You can pack it in the backpack and just go on with your day. One thing I noticed straight off the box is the stance. If you have a look at the stance, the DJI Mini 2 is flat, and this one is like, yeah, it's got more of a stance facing up, and it's got longer, I think it's got longer propellers. Yeah, it does have propellers, and the landing gear is longer than the DJI 2. Now compare side to side, you can see the 2 is smaller than the 4. Now, here's a caveat. Despite being bigger than the Mini 2, it still holds the weight for under 250 grams. They use better materials, lighter batteries. However, they still have more tech inside there because they have the obstacle avoidance sensors all over. And I think better fans, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, they keep it under their weight. So that's pretty impressive. And from my test, it kind of has a very good stable position, especially when it comes to wind. I found the DJI 2 was kind of struggling. It still kept the gimbal stable, but you can tell if the wind increased a little bit more, I think the DJI 4 would hold its stance more than the 2. Now here's a game changer about the 2 of them. It's the vertical shooting, okay? Compared to 2, it is a game changer for social media editing. You shoot off the camera straight to TikTok, to Reels, to YouTube without editing anything. And it just goes straight in with a better quality, because once you start cropping on this on social media, you lose the quality. So that's one biggest advantage for social media content creators, is the vertical shooting. Now let's talk about quality. The DJI Mini 4 has a bigger sensor than the 2. That means the highlights, the depth of field, everything looks crisp. Despite having perfect color science, right? I found that it looked richer in color. It looked sharper, and that's because of the sensor. Here's a footage of the DJI Mini 2 and the DJI Mini 4 side to side. I flew them in their auto settings without ND filters. I just wanted to see what it would look off the box as a beginner. you just fly in auto, no manual settings. This is what the footage comes up, and I was so impressed with the DJI Mini 4. Absolutely crisp in sharpness than the 2. I never realized until I saw the 2 footages on my computer, and yeah, it's a game changer, man. Mini 4 definitely is holding its worth. It's expensive, but I wouldn't put it past a beginner. If you're a beginner, you still get good quality footage on the 2. Now, the other difference is the controllers. Ask me any day when it comes to setup and I just want to go shoot and go, this is perfect. It has the screen, 4K screen, and it performs very nicely, even in harsh sunlight. On the 2, you still have your phone. Now, it depends what phone you're hooking it up to. You would still see the screen in harsh daylight, but it's a setup time. You plug and play and go, and you have to connect your phone, the wiring on this one. It still works, but you know, this is a game changer and it's definitely a winner. Now, I did realize I lost signal a lot on the 2 on my phone compared to the 4 controller. Same distance, but this was very, very consistent. It never lost signal to the controller and the drone. This, however, I did a few times, and that makes a whole lot of difference when you're trying to do one of those cinematic moves. You lose that picture and you don't know where the drone is. That's important for a videographer like me. Batteries, they don't share the same batteries. They have come up with more lightweight ones in comparison to that. Now, the smaller one is still shared, I believe, with the DJI Mini 3 and the DJI Mini 2. They share the batteries, but this is heavier than this, and yet the light ones last longer than the DJI Mini 2. It is amazing how technology is advancing, right? The lighter you get, you would expect the heavier the battery is, the better it is, but in this case, I'm not quite sure how they made this. It's lighter and lasts longer. When it comes to photos, again, the DJI Mini 4 has a 48 megapixel sensor, bigger than the 24 megapixel sensor on the DJI 2. Photos, it's day and night. I wouldn't even take photos with the DJI Mini 2. It's just not meant for that. However, on the DJI Mini 4, it's not as crisp as you would take proper camera, but it is decent. It is decent, and I think shooting raw on that one, you can still edit a picture and make it look as good as it could be. So, having said that, I will do some more comparison between the step up on the DJI Mini 3 and the 4 and maybe 5 when the time comes. But comment down below what you think about the footage between the 2 and the photo footage between the 2 again, and what you think about whether you would step up from a DJI Mini 2 to 3 rather than a DJI Mini 2 to 4. Let me know how you'd step up your game, and yeah, comment down below which drone you have. I'd like to hear from you and what you've discovered with your drone life. So up to next time, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and turn that notification button on so when I upload any content, you're notified fast. Okay, stay tuned, and this is Dave Kim 254 Studio signing out. Till next time, peace out.